ว่ามองกูขนาดเนี้ยกูก็จุ่มไปลงเลย
Oh, hey guys, my name is V, English content creator for KND, and this is Hello Stranger. I'm going to be chatting with many interesting foreigners who are living in Thailand to exchange cultures and see what they're all about. And hopefully we can turn a stranger into a friend. My roommate for tonight is Joyce Sin, viral media sensation, and I'm sure you guys have seen her before. What is this Chinese American girl doing all by herself here in Bangkok? She also said she actually came to Thailand because of her love for Thai BL series. So today, let's talk to her about her life in Bangkok, her dating experiences, and how she manifested her life in Bangkok and how it became a reality. Let's go. Hello, stranger.
Hey, nice to meet you. ยินดีที่ได้รู้จักค่ะ
I really love your pajamas today.
Thanks. It's actually from a Thai brand
Yeah?
called Slip to Sleep. It's like a braless pajama.
Braless pajama. Wait, my pajamas are already braless. What do you mean braless pajama?
Braless because like the pockets have 3 layers, so it's thick enough to cover if you don't wear anything inside.
Oh, because sometimes like girls wear bras to sleep?
No, but
But
it's
this
just
is-
like the concept.
Ah, that's so interesting. Sorry, I'm such a boy, so I don't know what's going on, but that's so cool. Are they comfy? They look very comfy.
They're comfy.
Okay, and how long have you been in Thailand now, actually?
More than a year.
More than a year. So when actually did you first arrive in Thailand?
May 2023.
May 2023. And before that, you were traveling around, right? You went to like Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong. Did you travel to other countries before that as well?
I traveled to Canada and Malaysia and Singapore, but that was back in 2019.
Wow.
Yes.
What was that like? Did that shape your personality or like wanting to live abroad, anything like that?
It made me want to live outside of the US. So for a little bit of background, I came from the Midwest in the US, where it's like white populated,
Okay.
small town
Which
vibe.
state? Which state?
South Dakota.
Oh yeah? Wow,
So-
it's like in the mountains.
Yeah, in the mountains, and it's really flat. There's not much. But living there was nothing much to do. So every day I would just go home and watch a series. And I felt like my life was pretty plain, like nothing special, nothing to do. But then when I go to cities to travel, whoa, it's like a different life.
Wow.
It almost felt like a parallel universe. Yeah.
Oh, because I imagine like when you're in South Dakota, you don't have many like Asians or like people that you can be like your Cantonese background with.
I don't have many friends there, so it was just me and my family. And then my family had like a Chinese restaurant, so I would just help out at the restaurant.
Ah, okay. So you've always kind of imagined yourself living somewhere other than in South Dakota in your town.
Yeah, because to be honest, I feel like I have potential outside of South Dakota. So when I got a chance to come to Asia, I realized, whoa, maybe this can be it.
Wow. So I remember you actually mentioned that the first time you actually came to Thailand was because of your love for BL series, right?
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit into that. Like, how did you first get introduced into BL series?
So I first started watching BL in South Dakota when I was kind of bored. I was on YouTube and there was a review video that talked about this really popular Thai BL series called Together.
It just came up randomly?
It kind of came up randomly. And then I was like, oh, this is interesting. I've never seen it before. And I thought it looked cool. So I watched. And then I got hooked. And then I watched more and more. And then that led to my decision to make my first trip to Thailand in 2022.
Oh, okay. So what was your experience like first time ever coming to Thailand? What was your preconceived notions or like your perceptions of Thailand before coming here? Like outside of the BL series, did you know much about the country?
I actually knew Thailand based on Thai series. So I thought, oh, okay, so this is what Thailand is actually like. And then I actually came here because I want to go to the filming locations where the BL series take place. And then that was why I came here the first time. It's because I want to go to those locations like Phuket, where I Told Sunset About You was filmed. That's one of my favorite BL series.
Was it satisfying for you to get to visit those locations?
I feel like it was more meaningful to go to those places when you see it in series and then you go there with a purpose rather than I'm just trying to have fun. But there was a purpose and meaning for me to go to that place.
Because in 2022 you were still into like watching BL series and stuff, right? So when you here for your first visit, did that make you decide like, oh, I want to live here?
Not really. I
Oh.
just thought it was like a fun country and it was pretty nice. But I think it was in my subconscious mind, I wanted to live here. But I didn't know how. Because it felt so far away from my reality at that time. But actually, when I took the first trip in 2022,
Yeah.
I was standing on the skywalk in front of Central Road.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking at the road,
Uh-huh.
and I thought to myself, the next time I come here, I won't be a tourist.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't say it. It was just, I just told it to myself, like,
Does this kind of tie into like your manifestation and stuff like that?
yeah, so I like to manifest and journal because I believe like everything is in the mind. Like if you really want something, you will find a way to get it.
Wow. Well, I really wanted to ask you about that because you talked about how we had Mike Yu on our show before, and you went on like one of the premieres with him, right, as a +1, and then you actually decided that okay, the next time I want to be invited to an event like under my own name, and then you started to manifest and journal. So can you talk a little bit about that? Like how did that shape your life?
Sure. So in September 2023, I got a chance to go to like an award ceremony because Mike Yu, one of my friend, he got invited, and then he invited me because he knew that I like BL series and I was into BL actors. And then I went, and then I actually saw some things behind camera that made me more realistic about life and my perception of actors in general.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of saw them more as normal people rather than, oh, big celebrity, big superstar.
Wow. But you still had the goal that you want to come to this event like under your own name?
Yeah, because I felt like, why did he get invited and I didn't? So I went home and I wrote like a page like, the next time I want to get invited under my own name.
And I really like what you said in one of your videos about like jealousy, in the sense that I think your jealousy is almost like a positive jealousy, because you're jealous because you want something like you want that thing as well, so you try to work and achieve that, so you don't have to be jealous anymore, right? So you were able to achieve that with your invite to like Lanma. You can talk a bit about that. How was that?
Yeah, so when I went to that award, it was September, but then the next 6 months, I just did my own thing. I did content, but in April, I got invited to Lanma premiere gala.
Wow.
It was like the movie. Yeah, so I got to watch the movie with the actor in the same theater.
Wow.
And the actor is Byukin.
Oh, that's so cool. So you basically like fulfilled like what you manifested within like 6 months. So I'm so curious because I'm very new to like manifesting and journaling and stuff. So like when you write down something, do you have to like constantly update it, or do you have to like keep like a progress or something? Like how does manifestation and things work?
So there's different ways to do it, but I don't have a specific time to write it. I just write whenever I feel like, or whenever I have something in my mind, or whenever I have something that I really want, then I just write it down, or I write it down here and there to reinforce my goals, to make sure, okay, I'm going on the right track.
Oh, cool. And so I wanted to ask you, because you manifested your life here in Thailand now, like being a full-time content creator, but actually you still came here the first time because of your love for BL series. And you know, BL series is so massive now in Thai society, in Thai media. It's everywhere now that I go. And like, I just wanted to ask you, like, as someone who is from the outside of the BL series, I just see how passionate people are about it, and I want to ask you, as a former big fan, like, what do you think is the craze, or why BL series is so successful?
So as a female watching BL, I think it's really cute when a guy likes a guy, but if it's a guy and a girl, I feel a little bit jealous of the female actress.
Interesting.
But if it's a guy and a guy, I get more into it, and the storylines, I feel like they're more realistic. Like, let's say like an all-boys school. I feel like it makes more sense for the boys to like each other than like a CEO and a secretary.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and actually I wanted to ask you, like, the craze of BL, is it the actors? Are people obsessed with the actors, or is it the storylines? Like, are the stories really well made, or is it the production quality? Like, what do you think is it, or is it like a bit of everything?
It's a bit of everything, but I think the most important is the storyline and the chemistry.
Ah.
Because nowadays I think it's a little bit more cringy because it's overly saturated, and I think some production companies try to milk the BL industry.
Like hop on the trend.
Yeah, so it comes out not as good.
Oh, interesting.
So as a male, are you interested in watching BL series?
I think I'm just interested in the fact of like I want to understand why everyone is so crazy about it. You know, like if I was just by myself, I wouldn't have any desire to go out of my way to watch it. But now I'm super curious, like seeing it being around me and knowing people that are super obsessed with it. I'm intrigued, I want to say. And one thing I really want to ask you is that, you know, Thai media, Thai industry is really pushing BL, and we come up with like high production, high quality stuff a lot. What is the difference of Thai BL compared with like other countries' BL? Have you watched other countries' BL series as well?
I watched Taiwanese BL before. I'm not familiar with Korean or Japanese BL too much, but like let's say Taiwanese BL, they're more mature and the storyline is more wide. It's not just in university. So there's more diversity in their characters and storylines. But in most of the Thai BL series, it's usually university setting, and the males are usually engineer students. And I guess it's because usually guys are in engineer faculties, and it's more masculine.
Oh, interesting. Now you say that you're like a former fan of BL, right? So what were some things that shaped you to like not be that into BL anymore compared to how you were in the past?
It's more like being in the Thailand environment or living in Bangkok. It's so easy to meet celebrities, and now it just is become a normal thing. So that's why I don't have that fantasy anymore for actors.
Oh, I imagine when you were in South Dakota, it was probably like a crazy thought to imagine like meeting these celebrities, right? But now that you've lived here for a year, you can see them in Siam or Thonglor, and it feels normal.
It feels normal, but I still get shocked each time because they look so pretty in real life, and they usually look smaller than on screen.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
That's quite funny. Wow, and also other things, right? You're more busy with like content creation and life and stuff as well. For sure. So moving from BL into your content creation and stuff, how did you actually get started making content? Like, did you start it back since in the US?
My first video was in 2017, but I didn't really take it seriously until I moved to Thailand. Because in Thailand, it's so normal to be a creator. Yeah, and I feel like Thailand is one of the best places to be a creator. When I was in the US, since middle school, I wanted to be a YouTuber. Because there was a YouTube channel I really like. It's called Whaley. Whaley and her boyfriend Wa. Do you know?
I think I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I watched them since middle school, and I was like, oh, I want to be like them. I want to like live in their life. I want to have their lifestyle.
Sure.
So at that time I was young. I didn't know how I would be there.
What kind of content did you start with?
Vlogs.
Oh, really?
It's like university vlogs. And then I transitioned to Thai BL reaction videos.
And those videos were pretty popular too at the time, right?
I think it's because people want to watch the intimate scenes. Like the people's reaction to intimate scenes. Yeah.
Did you have fun making those videos though?
I had fun, but it doesn't make you money because you can't monetize it. But I met friends through making BL reactions.
For sure. And how did you transition into like the type of content that you make now, both on YouTube and in short videos? Like when you came to Thailand, were you like, I want to be a content creator, I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to make this kind of content? Like, did it just kind of come, or did you have like a plan?
I've always wanted to be a creator, but I didn't know how. But because this Thailand environment, it makes you really want to be a creator because everyone is always like on their IG story, Instagram, TikTok, like posting, taking pictures. So it makes it like normal to be one actually. Like you.
I could be a content creator if I want to.
Yeah, if your side hustle.
Yeah. And like yourself, Mike, or Paul, we've kind of seen this rise of you guys, like foreigners who are like influencers and content creator here in Bangkok. And your type of content really appeals to like, your target audience, like people like me, university kids, or people around our age. We really love watching and knowing about you guys' lives in Bangkok. So would you say that content creation has actually like made you some friends?
I try not to think about making friends as my purpose because I think friends kind of come naturally. But my focus is like, I want to make this video good. I just want it to be good enough to post. So making friends is like my secondary.
Oh, and you've actually lived here for a year, like by yourself too. Do you have a lot of friends here, or do you think like that's like a important thing? Do you go out of your way to meet friends? Like, what is that like for you as someone like just living here?
I don't go out of my way like I told you. I just meet a lot of people through social media and like collabs. But usually my friends are Thais that speak Chinese or expats that live in Thailand.
Like the people that are in your video, right?
Yeah. So I don't really get a chance to speak with real Thais, and that's why my Thai is not improving that much.
Oh, because you just speak Chinese, speak Cantonese with them?
Yeah, or Mandarin. A lot of Thais know Mandarin, which shook me.
Whoa. And you can speak both Mandarin and Cantonese.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool. I really like the video like when you were like in a random Yawarat store just talking to like a nice lady and she was like Canto and she was talking about how like the new generation don't really speak Canto anymore.
Yeah, that was actually a super random video because I felt like, okay, I need to capture this moment because it's so rare to find Cantonese speaking people in Thailand. And coincidentally, the granny spoke perfect Cantonese. And it felt really homey for me. So when like Thais speak Mandarin or Chinese, I feel more connected with them. So I assume that's how Thai feels when foreigners speak Thai.
For sure. Thai people love when foreigners speak Thai. แล้วคุณ Joyce พูดภาษาไทยเป็นไหมครับ
พูดภาษาไทยได้นิดหน่อยค่ะ
โอ้แบบพูดชัดมากนะครับ
จริงเหรอ แต่ไม่เก่งขนาดนั้นน่ะ
อ๋อแล้วเรียนด้วยตัวเองหรือว่ามีครูสอนครับ
half
ครึ่ง
ครึ่งจริงๆอ่ะฟังได้แต่ตอบไม่เก่ง
โอ้
ไม่ดี
โอ้แต่ว่าtones แบบวรรณยุกต์ชัดมาก
เพราะว่าพูดภาษากวางตง
อ๋อกวางตุ้งก็เป็น tones เหมือนกัน
tones เหมือนกันก็พูดภาษาไทยไม่ยาก
โอ้คิดว่ายากไหมครับภาษาไทย
ไม่ยากแต่ Joyce ไม่เรียน
เพราะว่าอะไรขี้เกียจ
I don't put in my time to study so I don't see the outcome
but the way that you study is like you used to like through series and stuff right
series and songs
and songs
อ๋
อช่วงนี้ชอบฟังเพลงไทยด้วย
ฟังเพลงไทยทุกวัน
ทุกพันเลยอ๋อ so you actually like Thai music
I like Thai music a lot and I mean like the lyrics repeat about love ความรักor น่ารัก
Is it hard to understand words in Thai songs?
A little bit because it's like they sing, right? They're not speaking.
The tones. Oh, that's so cool. Is that still one of your goals to like be really good at Thai and be fluent at it?
Because I plan to live in Thailand as long as possible, so I think it's necessary for me to learn Thai.
Wow.
And I want to be one of those expats that speak perfect Thai.
And impress people?
Yeah, that's my mini goal.
Oh yeah, I mean nowadays like I see in your videos when you talk to strangers they're alwaysพูดภาษาไทยได้ yeah. Do you like getting those sort of reactions when you speak to Thai people?
I like seeing their reaction, but I don't think it's that good, but it's just like they're shocked that you can speak a little bit, so then they'd be like, ooh.
I think it's kind of like adoration because we realize how hard the language is. So for like a foreigner to actually put in the effort to learn it, it's very impressive for sure. And yeah, so being in Thailand for a year now, you've made all sorts of content. Like, do you have any funny or any favorite memories that you can share about like some content that you made here?
Funny เหรอ
Yeah, funny or any memorable or favorite content. Because you do like lifestyle content, you do a lot of food stuff, you do a lot of like beauty, health stuff. Like, what has been like your favorite memory?
It's more like when I put a little effort into a video and it does well.
Oh,
yeah.
Like you don't expect it to.
Like I don't expect it, and then I was like, wait, I didn't really do much, and it does well. That's what makes me happy. Because I'm kind of statistic driven, and especially because I analyze my own content, but I try not to be too harsh because it's my work, right? But it's like the data kind of tells you what you should be doing.
So when it's something that you didn't expect it to blow up, maybe you have to sit down and be like, oh, what did I do right in this or something like that? Oh, yeah, you're very statistics driven. And I've seen in your videos, you talk about how, I actually like how you're very kind of like upfront with how you're like a content creator. Like you talk about like, yeah, I'm trying to make content. I want to get more followers so that I can have a living here. And like you're very upfront about that, and you talk about how like you edit all of your own videos, and I think that's cool because a lot of times like YouTubers still nowadays still have like their YouTube persona, right? But I feel like you constantly cut that fourth wall to remind us like, oh, I'm another person too. And I think that's what makes your content like really appealing and relatable to a lot of people, right?
Yeah, actually with my contents nowadays, I try to convey the idea that moving to Thailand or traveling alone is not as hard as you think. So that's why I act a certain way or I edit a certain way to make it more chill because I want to convey that message.
Right.
But I try not to call myself influencer. I know like Thai is common to be like influ, but I'm not trying to influence anyone. I'm just trying to live my life, make video and earn money. And I think the following thing, I don't really care too much about numbers anymore, but I think the number is just like so that you can charge higher rate. So that's my motivation to get more following because you get more money and then I can live my life.
Yeah, and I love that you're so like very upfront and transparent about that. And that's very cool. And I think like, yeah, people can really relate to that. And because it is crazy for a 24-year-old American girl to just all of a sudden decide to come to Bangkok and live here and make content. Like it is a cool and interesting thing. So now I want to get to know a bit more about like your personal stuff. Like you've talked about before that you're into stuff like Lucky Charms, and that's a huge trend in Thailand too. So do you want to talk a bit about that?
I am wearing the Ravipa bracelet.
Oh,
so this is supposed to be for
this brand
luck.
is so famous.
So this is supposed to be for luck and abundance. So I'm not sure if it actually works or not, but it's like a feeling thing. It's like I feel safer every time I ride a Grab bike, and then I feel safer with this bracelet.
It's kind of like placebo effect.
Yeah, placebo.
Interesting. So what do you think is like? Why do you think it's such a big appeal among like people in Thailand?
I think it helps with manifesting and helps with your mindset. Actually, I have a scenario that I can share with you.
Sure.
So in March 2023, I went to a temple in Taiwan and I got like a love charm. It's like the red thread. You know, in Chinese, it's like the red thread. And then I prayed, you know, I want this guy in my life. I want a boyfriend. And then 7 months later, I met him in Thailand.
Wow.
In Bangkok. Yeah, so.
Oh, this is the charm?
This is the charm.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like a temple in Taiwan that is known for love.
Wow.
Shahai Temple.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm not sure if it's the charm or my subconscious mind, like I wanted a boyfriend and I manifested one, or if it's like this charm low-key helping me.
Yeah, I think this is so interesting because I've done like a podcast episode with Pibik about this, and we were kind of trying to get into the psychology behind this, right? And a lot of it is just like, because it kind of gives you, like you said, like a placebo effect. It kind of like reinforces like your wants and needs. And yeah, well, have you ever tried doing like those kind of rituals in Thailand? Like they're really big in Thailand too, like at those like san, you know, like san, at like the big like intersection, san Prapom, like where people, Pama Laksami and stuff, where people go to pray and ask for love in Bangkok. Have you seen those places?
I've seen, but I never tried because I kind of have everything that I want in life, and I'm grateful for everything I have. But every time I walk to Central Road, and then is it called
Erawan Shrine, yeah.
Erawan Shrine. Every time I walk by, I just make a wish, and then I continue walking.
Oh, so you're superstitious. Like, have you been superstitious since in America, or has it always been inside of you? Like,
it's more like manifesting because I believe in so much in the mind because it's so powerful. Like I think that's how I got here. It's because I keep thinking about something, and then when you keep thinking about something, you end up doing it, and then it becomes your reality.
So the core idea of manifesting is like thinking really hard about something, and in turn it will make you do things towards that goal or something like that, right?
It's like believing in yourself. But these are just like tools to help you, make you believe it more. But at the end of the day, it's really you.
Wow. Okay, so now that you've met your boyfriend in Thailand, and this is a big announcement, by the way, right? You've never said that.
I've never said it in a
Said that
video.
before. But yeah, just a little bit, if you feel comfortable with sharing, like when you first got here, like did you try out the dating scene? Like what is dating like in Bangkok for you in the first couple of months or something?
So I use Bumble. I feel like that's my favorite app, especially for a foreigner female. I only went on 2 or 3 dates the first month that I came to Bangkok because I was a little bit lonely and I felt like it would be nice to share experiences with someone.
Yeah.
But it didn't really go further. It was just like, oh, you meet and then you don't really talk again. Yeah, it's more like on the compatibility or differences in path in life. So it's not about the person. But usually the guys that I went on dates with, they were Thais with Chinese background.
Oh.
Or the guys that I'm attracted to are usually Chinese Thais.
Oh,
Thai
interesting.
Chinese.
Oh, cool. But you kind of had an idea that you wanted a Thai boyfriend?
I didn't.
Because you said you asked for it, right?
I asked for boyfriend, but I didn't say nationality.
Oh, okay. You didn't
Yeah.
specify.
I didn't specify.
Uh-huh.
But coincidentally, my current boyfriend is Thai
Ah.
with Chinese background.
Uh-huh. So that fits into your life perfectly, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. And other things like, you have a lot of friends that you make content with, like your friend from Myanmar and stuff. Like, is it hard to like separate between like friends that you make content with and friends that you do stuff with, like just daily life behind the scenes?
So my friend from Myanmar, she's actually my very first friend in Thailand. She's not even Thai. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But she's not a creator, so that's why like when I'm with her, if I feel like oh I want to capture a moment or this would be a good video, then I ask. But I try to separate because I know some are not in the industry, and I don't want to affect their life. But if you're in the industry, I just like keep collabing with them because they're used to it.
Yeah. Wow. And for like the foreseeable future, actually, since the beginning of this year, like your channel, everything has grown a lot, and you seem to be always getting new followers and a bigger following. Like, what do you see yourself doing in the foreseeable future? Like making same style of content, or do you want to change anything?
I haven't thought about too far, but how I see myself is that I just want to make content, earn money, live my life, so that I have time to do whatever I want.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think like I place an emphasis on earning money because I think money is a tool to buy you time and
sure.
freedom. And I see myself in Thailand for a long time because
Oh,
I
you
feel
want
like
to be here for a long time?
I want to be here as long as possible.
Could you see yourself like settling down and everything here?
Yeah, maybe I'll have like a family here.
Yeah.
Who knows? To be honest, I feel like Thailand is like the old America, like the place that a lot of people want to go to.
Oh, like it's in that developing phase?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm low-key scared that there's going to be a lot of foreigners coming in, even though I'm one of them. But I don't want to talk about how good it is because I'm afraid like people will just start coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to ask you is that, in Bangkok, you definitely see a lot of Chinese influence everywhere we go. There's like mala restaurants, like Yawarat, is great. Do you feel like homey here when you see like Chinese culture around you, or does that make you feel at home or anything at all?
I think when I see Chinese characters in Thailand, I feel a little bit like, what is happening?
Really?
Yeah, but I feel homey, but at the same time, I understand Thai people's concern about, like them making it less affordable for local Thais.
For sure. And going back to what you said about like you just want to make a living so you can do what you want to do. So what actually is it that you want to do?
I just want to stay at home and watch series. And I just want to like eat whatever I want, whenever I want, go wherever I want, whenever I want.
And you mentioned like one day you want to just be able to post a picture and make money off of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because picture is so much easier than video, but video has more personality because anyone can post a pretty picture, but a video adds dimension.
So you're still looking forward to doing video and making content for a long time, for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I enjoy making video, but it's just time consuming.
Because you're still editing everything by yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. How are you still doing that?
I just sue. I just gotta do it.
Is it because like you're a perfectionist or you just like editing?
I think it's because number one, I don't really trust other people, but two, it makes it more like you connect with the audience or the creator. So? Yeah, because everything you see is made by me, so you feel connected.
For sure. It's very authentic, right?
Yeah, and I can edit it to the way I want. Because I'm afraid if I give it to an editor and they see everything behind the scene and then it's actually kind of lame.
Oh, but do you think like one day if your channel grows bigger and stuff, you would have to get an editor?
Yeah.
Or do you hope that you can continue to edit your own videos like for a long time?
I hope that I can outsource in the future, but right now it's still manageable for me.
Cool. Wow, that's so cool that you still do all that yourself. It's kind of a flex, right? You can tell everyone, yeah, I still edit my own videos.
Until I can't.
Until you can't. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to end with a question for you, which is that like, what do you dream of? So what do you see yourself doing in like the long future? Do you have any big future goals, or what do you hope will happen with Thailand or anything?
This is a deep question because lately I've been so focused on just like every day I just think about videos.
Yeah.
But in the future, I think my video content creating career will only last 5 years.
Oh.
So I hope that 5 years later, I already have some sort of business set up so that I'll just start fading away from the internet.
Wow, you have like a very business view of it.
Yeah, because like I told my friends, I'll get old and saggy after like 5 years. So I think it's better if I just fade away.
So by then you would like to have like a business or something that you don't have to...
Like something set up so that I'm ready to yeet this industry.
That sounds good. Wow, that's so fun. And yeah, I hope that you had a good time talking today. I learned so much about you. I have to say I'm a fan. All of my friends at university are a fan of yours as well. It was so amazing to meet you and talk to you. And yeah, I hope to see what you get up to in the future.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't think I would see you here.